What is up, my friends? So, with the Batman being able to go ahead and start shooting again, we are definitely going to be starting to see a lot more stuff get out there. And I mean, when this movie started first getting shot, it was basically a free for all because a lot of things were coming out really fast. So I'm wondering if this time around they're going to be a little bit more careful and really make sure that things don't leak as they were leaking before. But then again, I feel it was more to build anticipation and to get the people riled up and ready for this film. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, it looks like they're not learning the lesson as some things have been getting leaked. And one of those things is a scene. Now, the scene its in entirety, I have not seen anybody post a video of it, but people have been posting descriptions of it. So if this scene did get leaked, and if it's a true scene, it was probably up for less than like a couple of minutes. Knowing how the internet works, if it was up for an hour, it would have been everywhere. But that is not the case. This is just a description of fellow. Why am I talking like a fellow? Like a fellow member. This is just a description of the scene in which we would see the funeral of the mayor. And as you know, that is one of the big things that is going to be happening in the Batman that sort of kicks things off with a bang. And that's the death of the mayor at the hands of the Riddler, who is going to be played by Paul Dano. Now, we have not gotten our first look at the Riddler yet, which I find kind of interesting. Sorry about playing with that tape. But we have seen some leaked images as well, as I've told you, that got taken down pretty quick. So they haven't come out and said these weren't leaked images or these are. They just took them down. So we can rest assured those were leaked footage. Maybe not of the film. Maybe it was sort of a test run, sort of like a. There's a thing where filmmakers do like a little mini film to show exactly how they want the tone of the film to be when it comes to showing it to the studio, and then that's pretty much how they get the job. So that could have been that. That could have been that. It might have not been exactly from the film itself, but we have gotten some teases here and there. So according to this sort of leaked trailer or footage, it is the funeral scene for the mayor of Gotham. Bruce and Gordon are there. Suddenly, a car comes ramming through the entrance, spray painted in question marks. So pretty much we're talking about the Riddler right here. This is the Riddler's job. Maybe he's not driving or behind it, but he definitely has orchestrated all of this. And you see DOA as well, spray painted. Now, I thought that meant dead on arrival, but they go on to say it means something else. So they say, so obviously a Riddler attack. Man crashes out of windshield with bomb tied around. DOA stands for detonate on arrival, and that's pretty much all we have. So, I mean, they're starting off things hard and fast here, fast and furious, right? So that's pretty much the leak scene, and I mean, if that's the way they're going, I mean, I'm all here for it. Definitely sounds like they are definitely trying to be much more in your face sort of style, and I do like that. And I mean, it's sort of like Christopher Nolan starting off his films. He would always start the Batman with a big, incredible scene. I mean, especially at Dark Knight Rises with that airplane scene they managed to pull off. So I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Reeves tries to do the same thing, because that's how you definitely set the tone for things. Now, the biggest thing as well that supposedly has gotten leaked is that we are going to get the Joker in this film. Now, I myself was hoping, and I knew this was a long stretch, and I probably shouldn't have been anticipating this because it sounded crazy for them to do this. I was hoping to see Joaquin Phoenix come out here and be the Joker for Robert Pattinson's Batman. But it turns out that's not the case. It turns out that they will actually be casting a new Joker for this Batman. And, you know, it makes sense. A new Batman, a new Joker. That's just tradition. And so they are going to be casting. They're not doing it yet because apparently the Joker will be saved for later films. But he is set to make an appearance in this film. So, as I said, no Joaquin Phoenix, and that just means that, yeah, that Joker is just going to be a one-shot story of sorts, and Jared Leto's Joker is going to stay on the DCU side. No word yet if Robert Pattinson is part of the DCU, and I think Warner Brothers is sort of leaving things in limbo for now. They're trying to see, I think, how Zack Snyder's Justice League cut will do on HBO Max, because as I said, I really feel that's the new home for the DCU stories that Warner Brothers is a little iffy on, and they'll continue the DCU arc as well as do all these one shots that they can do, because it's sort of like comic books. Comic books sometimes come out and they don't all pretty much correlate together. There's storylines in each, and they look back at different storylines as well. So they could probably do it like that. And maybe, I guess you could say it could be something sort of like, you could have like HBO Max be sort of like the graphic novel one shots, and then the DCU and the big screen will be like the continuation of sorts, but still looks back at the other things, you know? And I'm okay with that. So we're definitely not going to know, I think, till next year. I think Warner Brothers is going to try and get everything together this year and figure out what's their next plan forward, because I think that I would be happy with this, but I know many people do love the sense of an overall story. And that's not to say that doing it like one shots and stuff is bad, but I think people are so accustomed and used to seeing comic book movies done this way that it would be a little disorienting, to say the least, at first. So I'm okay with them having like 3 different Jokers running around, like Joaquin's Joker, Jared Leto's Joker, and whoever they get to be the Joker and Robert Pattinson's Batman. I'm okay with that. I think that that would definitely be good, and they can make it make sense with the Flash, of course, but we'll see what they do. As of yet, we have no word on if we're going to be getting the Ayer cut, so I don't know how much more we would be able to see of Jared Leto's Joker, but once we get word of that, which won't be probably till next year, we'll definitely know. But like I said, this is definitely opening up to be a good Batman film. Now the big question would be, after this, where do we go next, right? Because this film is pretty much going to be a Riddler heavy film. Colin Farrell has said that the Penguin plays a minor role, not as big role, and I would expect him to come out in a sequel or on the 3rd movie. It sounds more and more likely this is going to become a trilogy. As you know, Bane also was in the news recently as having his own film coming out, but due to them wanting to put Bane into Robert Pattinson's Batman, that has been scrapped, and now he will be included there. So thinking we're likely going to be seeing for the sequel and for the 3rd movie a sort of Arkham Asylum type film, and it's pretty much what Ben Affleck's script, well, original script, was supposed to be for his Batman, where we'll see all of Batman's villains show up. So according to some rumors as well, is that the Joker might be playing a cameo here. And I mean, by the sounds of Colin Farrell's Penguin, I mean, he probably could be in Arkham Asylum as well with the Joker, and then we could see both of them show up later on. So whatever does end up happening, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a lot more stuff leaking and all of this due to them shooting. And I mean, with everything going on, I mean, they're definitely gonna try and get as much done with the outside shots that are a little bit safer to do. So what are your thoughts on the Joker possibly appearing in Robert Pattinson's Batman? Who would you want cast as the new Joker? I definitely, and as everybody says, this is probably like a basic answer when somebody asks that, because I think everybody wants this: Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is like, he literally looks like he could just be the Joker. Like, seriously, the man, if you've seen him, like, I just gotta mention one thing: Green Goblin, and you know he's gonna play a damn good Joker. So let me know your thoughts below on that. Who would you cast to play the Joker? Who would you cast to play Bane? There are rumors that Batista could be doing that. I'll talk more about that when I talk about the Bane movie later this week, and my thoughts on that and if it would have worked or not. But anyways, as always, keep it locked in here for all the things you need to know about all the stuff you love on pop culture, from movies, video games, TV shows, music, all of that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Anchor, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, all of those are down below. And are you excited for the Batman? I am. But anyways, turn on the bell for notifications when I do go live. I'm going to be trying to do a new news show here every morning or so. I'll post more about that on the community tab and some details, because I'm trying to get it all together and see how I'm going to do it. But make sure you turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I go live, and make sure you turn on everything else. And also, let me know your thoughts on Batista possibly playing Bane, and would you want to see a solo Bane movie in the likes of the Joker, where they really explore the character and pretty much leave him as a one-shot, or would you rather have him with the Batman and pretty much all of the other villains and become part of the bigger universe? Let me know about that. Let's get to 15,000 subscribers by subscribing below, and as always, I hope you stay safe and you stay positive. Hey, if you're still watching, why don't you go ahead and get to those videos on the side over here. If you love my content from this video, you definitely like the content over there. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Stay positive.